South Africans, here's a call for change. I want to rethink governance in South Africa. So imagine a South Africa where governance truly serves the people and not just the privileged few. But today we face a crisis in this area. The recent failure to present a national budget highlights the deep fractures in our government. So it's time to rethink our governance model. For the first time since apartheid ended, South Africa's budget speech was postponed due to disagreements over a proposed VAT increase. This reflects a government in deadlock, unable to address the cost of living crisis effectively. The Democratic Alliance, Patriotic Alliance, FF Plus, Inkatha, and other coalition partners opposed the ANC's VAT hike from the 15 to 17%, arguing correctly it would exacerbate economic hardship for middle and lower income households. And what happened? The rand depreciated, bond yields rose. That signals market discontent. This economic instability comes at a time when South Africa can least afford it. So there's a need for reform. The current governance model is fragmented and inefficient. 32 ministries overlapping in responsibilities, which leads to resource misallocation and poor service delivery. So what are the solutions? We should be consolidating ministries, which could streamline governance, reduce costs, and improve efficiency. For instance, merging economic development and infrastructure ministries would enhance job creation and project completion. Citizens feel disempowered, with little to say beyond periodic elections. Mismanagement and ANC corruption go unchecked, eroding public trust. The current system prioritizes sustaining ANC cadre political networks over addressing urgent societal needs. And as a result, poverty, unemployment, and inequality remain pervasive. Some argue that a VAT increase could provide necessary revenue for government spending. However, critics point out that this would disproportionately affect the poor and hinder economic growth. And when we talk about supporting data, there are many countries with higher VAT rates than South Africa, which have more robust social safety nets. But South Africa's context is different, with high unemployment and poverty. So instead of increasing VAT, the government could explore other revenue streams, such as reducing corruption and improving tax collection efficiency. The data suggests that while increasing VAT might generate revenue, it will exacerbate economic hardship. The ANC's inability to pass the budget highlights the need for fiscal responsibility and structural reforms. What if our governance model is fundamentally flawed, prioritizing political loyalty over public service? Can we afford to continue with a system that fails to address poverty and inequality effectively? And how long will it take for South Africa to realize that change is not just necessary, but urgent? The failure to present a budget is not just an economic issue. It's a symptom of deeper governance problems. It's time to rethink our system and demand better. To address these issues, we have to rethink the structure of government itself. Root analysis tells us that reducing complexity and refocusing priorities is key. We should consolidate our ridiculous 32 ministries, in my view, into 12 streamlined entities, providing a path to simpler, more effective governance, like Norway, like most other countries. And here's how it could work. The Ministry of Economic Development and Labour. By merging the Ministries of Trade, Small Business Development and Labour, the government can unify policies aimed at job creation, SME growth, and industrialization. A Ministry of Infrastructure and Transport. Combining public works, transport, and water under one ministry will create accountability and reduce delays. A single body can oversee the nation's roads, buildings, and water systems, ensuring projects are completed efficiently. And a Ministry of Environment and Agriculture. Integrating these ministries ensures sustainable land use while driving rural economic growth. And then a ministry of social services and health. Consolidating these ministries ensures a holistic approach to addressing poverty, looking after vulnerable groups, and handling public health challenges. And a very exciting ministry, the Ministry of Innovation and Digital Transformation, centralizing efforts to drive innovation and digital inclusion. And then a Ministry of Defense and Public Safety. Combining these functions improves coordination, especially during crises. A Ministry of Governance and Administration. This ensures the government works as a unified whole. The benefits are enormous. Firstly, we reduce the ministries from 32 to 12, which would save billions annually. Fewer ministries mean lower administrative costs and a much better allocation of resources. And it's improved efficiency. We'd eliminate redundancy, simplify interministerial coordination, which would ensure faster and more effective decision-making. And better service delivery. This consolidation directs resources to where they're needed most. Unified ministries avoid duplication and focus on delivering results. So, South Africa needs a governance overhaul. We must consolidate ministries, cut unnecessary bureaucracy. Enoch, you're going to have to do that, and focus on service delivery. It's time to choose between maintaining the status quo or demanding change. Let's unite to create a better future for all South Africans. The choice is ours. We can either ignore these issues and hope for the best, or we can take action and demand change. The future of our country depends on it. Let's stand together and build a South Africa that truly serves its people. South Africa first.